So guys, a company called Litake reached out to me. They said, hey, we noticed you have drone videos, specifically some cool Mavic videos. How would you like to review some of our accessories we have for it? Of course, their website has so many things. I was like a kid in a candy store. So I picked out a few things. So I'm going to be reviewing 4 of their accessories that they have. The first is basically a landing pad. This is what it comes in. It folds out the same way. So it comes with this. But the thing is, like, this is really good quality, and the metal around the outside is really thick. Watch. So this is like a really big pad, and it folds up really easily. However, if that's a little like overkill for you, if you just think like you need an extra inch or something, then this little extender kit would be better for you. All it really is are these 2 little plastic pieces, as you can see right here, and they just clip on the Mavic. So if you see this, like the front landing gear is long like that, and then the back one is just nubby. But then if you put this onto it, then it's about equal in length. As you can see, this compared to this. Only thing is though, when you try to fold it down, it doesn't fold down right at all. It looks a little weird, but it's kind of like a temporary thing in my opinion. You would just put it on and take it off for landing, and it's so light, like it shouldn't really affect the fly ability of the drone. The bottom even has like rubber pads, so it should add some grip to it. Okay, next accessory is nothing new to drone flyers, like, and it may blow your mind the first time you see it, but it's literally just a little reflector, and you can see like it's very reflective. You can see the camera and everything in it, but all you do is just put, well, you gotta line it up right. You just put it on the antennas, and basically what it does, it just reflects the signal to your drone. Only thing is, it's going to be so concentrated that this has to face your drone like perfectly, or you may actually lose signal. So if you're a person that flies low like this, like sometimes I'll just fly like this and not really pay attention, because if you're not that far away, it doesn't matter. But if your drone's out there like 2,000 feet and your controller's facing down and this is reflecting down, it's probably going to have really poor signal. So you have to keep that in mind, that you do this. But you can, it still does have range of motion like this. So when you're flying, you just want to make sure you push it up, like probably even like that. So there you go. This is just, it's literally just a piece of plastic. There's nothing that complicated about it. You can get these things everywhere, even at Best Buy, so it's not like a scam where they guarantee 20% better coverage when you wouldn't. But it's just science basically. It's just reflecting the radio waves. Okay, next on the list would be a way to use a tablet with your drone. So we all know the Mavic, you're limited on space. You can only fit, like the iPhone 7 Plus is like the biggest phone you can fit in here. If you want to put a tablet in there, I got something for you. So this allows you to hook your tablet up. It's basically this solid piece of metal, and then you connect your tablet to it right like that. And the metal itself is like you basically pretend that is your phone. So that goes in there like that. So that's pretty nifty. One thing I did notice is that the tablet kind of interferes with this screen. So you would have to basically fly blind. Like you would be flying and just looking at the screen, and I would assume that you're kind of an expert flyer, so you could probably do all the controls blindly, which is perfectly fine. So you're probably wondering how you connect this cable on the drone to the tablet. That's easy. So all you gotta do is just get your normal charging cable. So the one that you would charge with your power brick, you just hook it to your tablet, get this, and then plug it into the bottom of the controller. It's already set up, and DJI knew that you were going to do this anyway. So that it goes in like that, and you're good to go. So then you have a big old flying screen. If you can even see that, the glare is so bad out here. Okay, last but not least, the company didn't send these to me. I purchased these with my own money, but they're so cool. I want to show them in this video. But these are called ND filters. So this is what they look like. They're made by a company called Polar Pro. And all they do, they're little filters that you snap on your drone. So I don't know if you can see these, but they just come out. There's an ND8, an ND16, and then just a normal polarized filter. Now, if you don't know what ND filters are, they're not really going to make sense to you. And you would have to kind of have a little bit of experience with filming with video in manual mode. So let's kind of rewind just a little bit. I'm going to give you like a 30-second breakdown on manual mode for video. So when you flip your camera to manual mode, there's 3 things that you have to set. Shutter speed, you have to set ISO, and you also have to set f-stop. So shutter speed basically determines how much light gets let in. And shutter speed, you always usually set the shutter speed as twice the frame rate. So if you film at 30 frames per second, you will shoot your video at 1/60th of a second shutter speed. And then to go with that, your f-stop is how shallow or narrow that you're shooting at. So right now I'm shooting at f2.8, which lets in a lot of light. So if you let in a lot of light, you're gonna have a really overexposed picture if you're not using a filter on it. And then last but not least is ISO. But if you're shooting a drone in daylight, ISO should always be at 100, unless your filter is a little bit too dark. So you may be asking, like, why the heck do you need a filter if you can always shoot in auto and you're good to go? Well, what your camera does to compensate, it will make your shutter speed even quicker. So instead of 1/60th of a second, it could be like 1/300th of a second. What that does though, it lets in too much information. Like when you start moving your hands and stuff, it won't really like blur it like it should. So watch this. So I'm shooting at 1/60th of a second. Like this should look pretty realistic. So this is 1/640th of a second. Keep in mind this takes a lot more light, so the ISO is now at 1250. Like when I do this, I can even see in the monitor right now, like there's no blur. So if you're trying to do a cinematic shot, that's no bueno. So I'm going to change this back to 1/60th. So if you were to shoot on your drone at 1/60th of a second with no filter, this is what it would look like, basically like this. So to compensate, you would have to up your shutter speed, which is a no bueno type of thing because it makes your footage not look blurry like this. So right here I have a variable ND filter, so you can basically spin it and it gets darker, which is really nifty for shooting in different environments that could change. With the drone, obviously I don't think there's a variable ND filter because they're so small. So you have to figure out which one you're going to use. If you're in bright light, I would recommend just use the 16 all the time. It's darker. You could use the 8 if it is slowly starting to get dark out. That'd be fine. But you wouldn't believe like how much these filters actually help in making your footage look better. You're gonna have like less overexposed like white horizons. You're gonna have a lot more color and stuff just because everything's not gonna be so washed out. So let me put this back on. Keep in mind, look how bad that is. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. This was 5 awesome Mavic accessories. There's tons more out there. Check out the links below for links to the website. Very grateful for them sending these out to me. Give this video a thumbs up. If we get enough thumbs ups, I'm sure they'll want me to do another video. So definitely keep that in mind. And I'm going to link to just their general website, so check that out as well. And let me know in the comments below, like, what accessories do you like from them? If a ton of y'all tell me your favorite accessories from their website, I'm sure they'll probably send me more so I can check out and share with you guys. And that's it. And I guess I just got to figure out how to get this landing pad back in that bag. I mentioned it was super easy, but let's make sure I'm not a liar. So there we go, just like that. I folded it up. Fitting it in the bag, that's always the fun part though. And there we go, just like that. If you guys were curious, probably my favorite 2 accessories out of this whole video is this, and then the tablet hookup. Definitely two Definitely two big game changers. You can now land and fly your Mavic from places you'd never dream of before. Long grass, the sand at the beach, stuff like that. And now for people that are blind, you can use a bigger screen just like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you later. It's super windy. I'm sorry about that. I need to get a better microphone cover. Have a great day. Bye.